bagel and my coffee ready to go. I have some leftover pizza that I'm gonna eat for lunch. Yeah, I really don't feel like making a salad or doing anything, so these 2 slices are like 230 calories, and that's that. I'm gonna eat the other half of this, which I know it's been sitting in the fridge for a while, so we'll see if it's good or not, but I need a snack before the gym. I have this little snack. It's not much, but I'm just feeling some, I don't know, carrots and tomatoes, I guess, so. And I have a picture of the exercise, but I do have this picture that I took at the gym. But I ended up making like a burger salad type thing for dinner, read my book, and then made some sauteed apples and threw it over some Greek yogurt. I know it's probably boring that I eat like the same thing every morning, but I have my protein bagel that I make, and I have my protein coffee, so we're gonna eat this and then work. You know, I can never get anything done with you. I'm trying to edit, and she says, hold me. Hold me. Oh, yeah. Such a cutie patootie. I was in a work meeting, so I didn't talk, but I had my normal fruit bowl of strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries. Stella. Stella. So I have been stuck in meetings for most of the day. I did put my contacts on and I did change into my workout clothes. It's definitely way too early. It's only 1:24. But I'm supposed to be having the pest guy come today, and hopefully he gets here before I have to leave for the gym. So yeah, but I have another meeting in 6 minutes, and then I have another one at 3:30. So just a lot of meetings today. Salazar, what are you digging? Why are you digging your face in there? Oh, now you're not gonna move? Okay, I just took a shower. I got home from the gym. I'm currently cooking some ground chicken on the stove, and I'm just gonna throw some sauce over it. But I'm making some protein pasta for tonight, and yeah, that's dinner. I'll put a little photo, but today was like 80s theme. They're doing like a theme week, and you get extra points for the challenge at the gym, so I bought like a little $5 thing off Amazon just to wear. Yeah. Just showing my pasta that I was making, and I portioned out my pasta, of course, and then I did 2 servings of Parmesan cheese on top. Okay, it has been 2 weeks, almost 2.5 weeks, of me working at home because they were working on the electrical in the building that me and my coworkers sit in. So today is the first day back at the office. So I like working from home, but it's going to be kind of nice catching up with her because we haven't talked besides like Teams chats in the past 2 weeks. So yeah, everything was a little bit more difficult because I haven't gotten ready in a while. So I am gonna head over to work and we're gonna see how today goes. I know this is such a weird combination, but I had tuna fish and corn, tuna fish from a can. And then before I left work around 3 o'clock, I had this orange. Okay, I'm in the car waiting for my gym class because I got here early because I have to wait till 5:30 for the boxing, so. But I went to Walmart because I had to get a frame, but I also found these protein bars. It's supposed to be like a brownie cookie, so we're going to try one while I wait because I still have 40 minutes till class. I know this is a wonderful angle, but these are 180 calories with 19 grams of protein. So it kind of looks like that. So the top is kind of like a mousse looking texture. It kind of just tastes like a normal chocolate chip. Yeah, nothing super special. Like, it tastes fine. All of these taste fine. They're just nothing special. They're not like the barbell ones, but those are $10 and these are $5. So, a little bit on a budget here. So, yeah, I think if this was more like a actual cookie type texture, it might be better, but it's more like a mousse, like a soft, foamy type texture. After sitting in the car for a little while, I really don't want to do this. Like, I really want to break, and I am just excited for Saturday, basically, because I'm not working out at all. I'm tired. Okay, so I got this picture off my app because I forgot to get it on my watch, but then I went home and just had some leftovers. So today is Thursday, and I'm talking kind of quieter just in case there's like people walking around in the hallways, but I have, today's Thursday, right? I just said that. Tomorrow is Friday, and it's the last day of this challenge that I did. It's gonna be kind of different now, I guess, having a different routine that I am not used to, because now I've been doing this for almost, I started at the end of August, so, but I will be getting a body scan maybe Saturday, not really sure, maybe sometime next week. Yeah, I'm obviously in office, so, but I guess I'm just trying to figure out what to do next after. Like, I'm still gonna go to the gym almost every day. I just won't go Friday mornings anymore because 6 a.m. sucks. But I think I'll probably drop down to like 3 days a week as like a little break and do some more stuff at home. That way I don't have to drive all the way to the gym every day. So I had body toning and I was just exhausted. So I didn't want to cook. So I ended up getting myself a Subway sandwich. So good. And then I ended up having my fruit bowl for dessert. Okay, so I have this nice crate looking thing on top now that I did for the fish because I don't like that and their light broke, so now I just have to get an LED light to put on top. Okay, before leaving for the gym I had a banana, and now that I'm back and working I'm gonna have a yogurt bowl with the green apples and the caramel sauce. Stella Bobella. Stella Bobella. You're so cute. Hi, baby. Okay, so I went out for a half day. This was Halloween, so I went to go get K-Pot, and I also had boba at my favorite place in Kissimmee. There's a place called Deezerland where I went to go to this glow-in-the-dark putt-putt, and I also saw some cool cars while I was there. This was all like neon light type things. They had a bunch of cool like murals on the wall, and it was kind of like ocean themed at first, and then it kind of gets into more like
knights and armor and things as it goes on, so it was super cool. But yeah, that was basically the rest of the day.
Okay, I barely filmed yesterday, but it was Halloween, so today I'm not technically on 75 soft anymore. I've completed it. I still even finished a water today, but I've been wanting to try this Starbucks protein latte. So I got the iced vanilla one, and then I also got the protein cold foam. So this is like 40 grams of protein probably. I don't really know, but I'll put it up on the screen. But I've been really wanting to try it, so. Okay, right now I've only gotten the foam. The foam tastes really good. I like the vanilla latte too. The vanilla latte is one of my favorite, like, classic flavors, so that's super good. I'm so excited. I know it's like 300 calories, but I've been wanting to try one of these forever. And I'm still gonna like try to keep under 2,000 today, but if I go a little bit over, it's okay. Like, I just did 75 days of eating under 1,800 calories, so yeah, I'm gonna go over to my parents' house, help them with some stuff. My car guy's gonna come over and fix a wire that's coming loose from under my car from the underglow. And it's gonna be a good day. Hi, baby. I gave you some food. Hi, buddy. Hi. I finally got some chicken, so I made my salad with the chicken on top finally. So, Stella Bobella, what are you doing? Yeah, that was a big yawn. You want me to throw your toy at you? No. Good job. Okay, so I had went to Gideon's yesterday, and I got one of their like coffee cake cookies. This is like the nighttime special. So like they have one for the morning, which is so good. It's a normal coffee cake cookie. This one is when the sun goes down. It's like a dark coffee cake cookie. So obviously I cut it in four. Online thinks that these cookies are around 800-ish calories for the whole thing. So I only do a quarter, but that's like sweet enough. I decided I really wanted a grapefruit, and I had one in the fridge, so I've been eating it and watching some anime. Okay, so I woke up late and I decided I didn't want like breakfast food, so I made rice with lentils and I made black beans and I put chicken on top. So lots of beans today. All right, so this was the last week, and it wasn't like a full week, it was the last 5 days. Yeah, so let's go over everything. I went from 192 to 190.8, and just so you know, this isn't like a final wrap-up video, like final thoughts or anything. I'm just going to like end this week, and there will be a whole separate video about like from the start to the end, the entire challenge, you know, the very first picture, the last picture, when I got my scan and everything. So that's not going to be in this like final wrap up here for this video. That will be a separate one. So just for this one, I went from 192 to 190.8, and I'm glad that I was able to go back to the normal book for the last little bit because it is so much easier to read.
It didn't take as much time or as much brain power, and it was just much more enjoyable. And even though I'm not going to have the 10 pages a day to read anymore, I will still continue to at least finish up that book. And I do have some other ones that I do have on my shelf. I'm pretty sure I got them in middle school or high school. So I'm wanting to read through those. That way I can either try to sell the entire set or donate it to like the local library or something. Just because I don't need them. But I never read them, so I do want to finish them. They're like a dolphin book series. I got them when I was super young. This was the last week of boxing, so I am very disappointed. It was the whole reason I joined the gym, and it kind of sucks that my last week, because I'm doing a separate challenge for the gym. It kind of sucks that the last week for that challenge is no boxing all week. So, well, I guess it's at 6:30, which is too late. By the time I get home, it's 8 p.m. and it's dark and everything else. So this was my last week of boxing though, and I will probably just go to the other side of the gym and not do classes for a little while until hopefully that's. Sorry, my memory storage got full, so I don't know where I left off. But this is probably like the third time I've said this, but boxing is done. I won't be able to go anymore. The whole reason why I joined the gym was to be able to do that class, and now it's kind of not an option anymore that's feasible besides getting home at 8 o'clock at night. So this week I did eat out still quite a bit. I am working on eating more at home. It's a process. I'm lazy. I don't want to cook all the time. I get home from work and the gym and I'm exhausted. So the final day was Halloween. It was the hardest day to stay under my calories the entire challenge. And of course it was the last day. So I didn't want to have to restart. So I tried to overestimate rather than underestimate on my calories for things. And I got super close to the 1800 mark. But I was still able to do it. It sucked though, because there was so much more that I wanted to be able to enjoy that day. But it's fine. I'm glad that at least the next day I did get the Starbucks coffee, and I had the cookie, a fourth of the cookie, because I couldn't fit it in on the previous day. So, but it was so good. I am going to take a couple weeks off from tracking my calories. I do know about what I normally eat, how many calories that is, and I kind of keep like a mental note of it, but yeah, just kind of as like a mental relax. I'm not going to track my calories for a little bit. I am just going to kind of eat more mindfully, and I know my weight will go up a little bit, but I do need a little bit of a break, and then I will get back on track, and just kind of go from there and see how things go. I do want to do other challenges, and those will hopefully be coming up. But yeah, that was the final week. The water was super easy to get in. I've gotten like almost 3 again every day, so I guess working my way up in water is much easier because I was barely getting the 2 when I first started the challenge, and now I'm getting the 3. And even now, after, I've still been drinking at least 2 a day. I guess I'm just used to it, and that's a good habit to have, is the water. But as a final, wrap up, let's go through the calories of each day for this final week. And I am going to include Saturday. I didn't track anything on Sunday because I woke up super late and I basically ate nothing anyway. So, but I did track Saturday. I don't know, it was just a habit, so I did it anyway. But yeah, let's go through the week. So Monday was 1,398 calories with 96.7 grams of protein. Tuesday was 1,361 calories with 88.1 grams of protein. Wednesday was 1,485 calories with 109.9 grams of protein. Thursday was 1,621 calories with 91.4 grams of protein. And Friday was 1,794. See, six calories away from 1,800. with 112.4 grams of protein. And then the final day that I tracked, yes, Friday was the final day, but of this week, Saturday was 1,974 calories with 132.5 grams of protein. Yeah, that was basically it. I don't want to do a lot of my final thoughts or anything in this video, so that will be my next one. I'm not going to make you wait a whole week for that. I'm going to try to get that done this weekend and post it either Sunday or Monday, so we shall see. But thank you for everyone who has watched this journey of mine. I'm hoping to eventually be able to do 75 hard, but I have some things coming up at the beginning of next year, so it won't be at least until summer that I'm able to attempt that. It's like health stuff, so, but yeah, I will see you guys in my next video, which will be the final thoughts, but the pictures for this last week are in the next clip.